This session is on how to make changes to the spending plan in the grants tracking system for the 911 grant program. As a reminder, the spending plan is your budget for the grant within the grants tracking system. The federal funds that have been granted are displayed at the top right corner. This is the total grant funds, not what is left. Your spending plan must match the grant amount, not the application. It must only be for items approved in the grant, and it must meet the 60/40 requirement of cost share for the grant. The following categories are used in the grants tracking system to track the type of expenditures. Before you start to make any changes to your plan, you need to make sure that you gather the information you need and understand what has been expended. The grants tracking system has reports within it. You may also be tracking using another tool. You also must make sure there are no pending actions. That means you to have no open vouchers, whether you have started entering information in the voucher or have submitted it and are waiting on approval. And there must be no other changes, for instance, a previous plan change pending. To get to the spending plan, you will click on the Fund Management tab from your dashboard. This will display your current spending plan. If you scroll to the bottom of that plan, there will be a button that says Correct Plan. Use caution when making any changes to your plan. When you click Correct Plan, it will allow you to make changes. If that button is grayed out on your system, go and look to see if there are any pending actions that will cause it to not be available. Finish closing out any of those pending actions, and then you may go back in and correct the plan. When you're modifying your spending plan, first of all, you need to make sure that you do not change any value in any line to less than what has previously been vouchered. Ensure that total values are correct for the entire plan, that those values match your grant amount, not your application amount. They are for items approved in the grant, and the total plan meets the 60/40 requirement. Once you've clicked on Correct Plan, your plan will come up with action items in the far right-hand side. If you choose to delete a line, you will click on the X. Use caution. Make sure that no funds have been expended from that line. Otherwise, you will need to edit it. To edit it, you will click on the pencil icon. That will allow you to change the federal funds, the state funds, and the comments listed. If you need to add a new entry, in the top left corner of the plan, there's a Add New Entry button. This will bring up a new line. The entry number will be a pull-down list of the cost categories. Keep in mind that each cost category may be used more than once in the entire plan. The award year and the project number are system-generated items that will automatically come up for you. You will then enter the federal funds and the state funds that you wish to have in this line. And then you may add comments. Comments are very helpful, especially since multiple lines can use the same cost category. There is a delete spending plan button. However, we highly recommend that you do not use that when making a change to a plan, since you have some expended items. Once you have completed making changes to your plan and you're ready to submit it, the first step is to verify that spending plan. You will click on the Verify Spending Plan button. That will verify formulas within the grant tracking system. It does not check to validate whether it's an eligible item or whether you have the correct amounts for each item. All it does is it checks the math. If there are any critical errors, they must be fixed before the spending plan is submitted. Notices are not required to be fixed at this point in time. However, it is a good idea to fix them, since they do have to be fixed before the end of the grant period. Once it's verified, you will get a message at the top left-hand corner that will state whether the verification was a success or if there are any errors. Once you've eliminated any errors, you may then submit the spending plan by clicking Submit Spending Plan. This will submit that plan to the office for approval. Once it is approved, you will receive an email, and it will also show in your recent activity on your dashboard that it has been approved. You still must post that spending plan after it's approved, or you may not make any other actions in the grants tracking system. So you will click Post Spending Plan. In summary, to make a change to your existing spending plan, first, make sure you have no open transactions. You will click on the Correct Plan button. You will edit and add each line as needed. You will verify the plan. You will submit the plan. And then after the plan is approved, you will post the plan. There are several resources available to you to assist you with this grant. Most are located on the 911.gov website or links from that. Technical support is available. The technical support is only for the grants tracking system software. If you have issues with the software only, they are not able to answer any questions on your particular grant or the grant in general. For questions about the grant or other questions, reach out to the office. They will be able to provide you any specifics on your grant or the grant in particular. Thank you for attending.